Imagine a world where your health and wealth multiply by simply being generous. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But what if I told you that science backs this claim? That generosity, far from being a drain on your resources, could actually be a catalyst to better health and increased wealth. A thought that sparks curiosity, doesn't it? This is the fascinating junction where philanthropy meets personal growth. Intriguing, isn't it? Let's delve deeper and find out more. Generosity has a profound impact on our health, and it's not just a claim, it's backed by solid scientific research. When we delve into the science of generosity, we find a myriad of benefits that extend beyond the warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you do something kind for someone else. Let's start with stress. It's a common fact of life, but did you know that generosity can help alleviate it? Researchers from the University at Buffalo found that when individuals perform acts of kindness for others, they experience less stress and an overall improved mood. In essence, generosity acts as a buffer, softening the blow of stressful situations. But it doesn't stop there. Generosity can also boost your happiness levels. A study conducted by the University of Zurich found that simply pledging to be more generous can trigger changes in our brain that make us happier. The promise of generosity can light up the part of our brain associated with happiness and altruism, leading to a more joy-filled life. And what if I told you that generosity could even help you live longer? It might seem far-fetched, but it's true. A study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that elderly people who volunteered for 2 or more organizations were 44% less likely to die over a 5-year period than those who didn't volunteer. This held true even factoring in variables like age, exercise, general health, and negative habits like smoking. So what's the science behind all of this? Well, it's thought that generosity can reduce the production of the stress hormone cortisol, improve our cardiovascular health, and even boost our immune system. It's a domino effect, with one positive action leading to a cascade of health benefits. In conclusion, the science is clear. Generosity doesn't just make us feel good emotionally, it has tangible benefits for our physical and mental health. It's a win-win situation. So being generous doesn't just make you feel good, it actually improves your health. Now that we've explored the health benefits, let's turn our attention to wealth. Yes, you heard it right. Generosity can also impact your wealth. How, you may ask? Well, it's not about direct monetary returns. That would be too simple, wouldn't it? Instead, it's about the positive changes that generosity brings into our lives, changes that can indirectly lead to wealth. Research studies from leading institutions around the world have discovered an intriguing correlation between generosity and wealth. These studies argue that the act of giving can, in fact, lead to an increase in wealth. And no, we're not suggesting that if you give away your last dollar, you'll find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Instead, the connection is much more nuanced and, dare I say, sophisticated. It's about the social and personal benefits that generosity brings. When we're generous, we foster relationships, we build trust, we create strong social networks, and in today's interconnected world, these relationships and networks are more valuable than ever. Consider this: when you're generous, you're seen as a person of value, a person of influence. Your reputation improves. You attract more opportunities. You are more likely to be considered for promotions, for partnerships, for investments. Your improved social standing can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Moreover, the act of giving can also enhance our personal skills. It requires strategic thinking, empathy, and effective communication. These are skills that are highly valued in the professional world, skills that can accelerate your career and, yes, lead to greater wealth. So in essence, generosity can lead to wealth, not through direct financial gains, but through the cultivation of social networks, the enhancement of reputation, and the development of valuable skills. Who knew that being generous could have such a positive impact on your wealth? We've talked about the positive impacts of generosity on health and wealth, but that's not all. There's something more, something that money can't buy. You see, generosity is not just about giving away material things or money. It's about giving a part of yourself, your time, your energy, your love, and your compassion. It's about making a difference in someone else's life, no matter how small that might be. And the joy that comes from this act of giving is beyond compare. It's a feeling that fills your heart, a warmth that spreads through your entire body, a smile that doesn't fade away. Let's think about a story, one that you might have heard before. It's about a little boy who was walking along a beach throwing starfish back into the sea. An old man came up to him and asked, "Why are you doing this?" There are thousands of starfish on this beach, you can't possibly make a difference." The little boy picked up another starfish, threw it back into the sea and said, "I made a difference to that one." Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that powerful? That's the joy of generosity. It's not about how much you give or how many people you help. It's about knowing that you have made a difference, however small, in someone else's life. It's about the happiness that comes from seeing someone else smile because of your actions. It's about the fulfillment that comes from knowing that you have contributed to the betterment of the world. Generosity brings joy not only to the receiver, but also to the giver. It's a two-way street. It's a cycle of positivity and happiness that keeps on giving. It's a feeling that money can't buy, a feeling that is priceless. So, let's embrace generosity. Let's experience the joy that comes from giving. Let's make a difference in the world, one act of generosity at a time. Because at the end of the day, what matters is not how much we have, but how much we give. Generosity, it seems, is its own reward. Now that we understand the benefits of generosity, how can we cultivate it in our lives? Well, generosity isn't about grand gestures or massive donations. It's about the spirit of giving, the willingness to share what we have with others. It's about extending our hands to those in need, offering our time, resources, or skills without expecting anything in return. One of the most practical ways to cultivate generosity is by volunteering. Volunteering offers a platform to give back to the community, to make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. This could be serving at a local soup kitchen, planting trees in your neighborhood, or teaching skills to underprivileged children. Volunteering not only helps others, but it also enriches our own lives, giving us a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Another way to be more generous is through financial donations to charities. This doesn't mean you need to donate large sums of money. Even small amounts can make a significant difference when pooled together. There are countless charities out there, all working towards various causes. Find one that resonates with you, that aligns with your values and interests, and support it. However, generosity isn't limited to formal volunteering or donations. It's something we can incorporate into our daily lives. It might be as simple as offering your seat to someone on a crowded bus, helping a neighbor with their groceries, or listening to a friend who's going through a tough time. These seemingly small acts of kindness can mean the world to someone else. And let's not forget, generosity isn't only about giving to others. It's also about being generous to ourselves. That might mean taking time for self-care, investing in our personal growth and well-being, or simply forgiving ourselves for our mistakes. Generosity is a journey, not a destination. The more we practice it, the more it becomes a part of who we are. Remember, every act of generosity, no matter how small, can create a ripple effect of positivity. We've come a long way in understanding the joy of generosity and its surprising benefits. It's been a fascinating exploration, hasn't it? We've delved into the science behind the profound impact of generosity on our health, both physical and mental. We've learned how the very act of giving triggers a rush of endorphins, those feel-good hormones, and reduces stress levels, leading to improved overall well-being. We've also discovered the unexpected connection between generosity and wealth. Contrary to what many may think, giving doesn't deplete our resources. Instead, it enriches us, not just in terms of money, but also in the form of improved relationships, enhanced reputation, and a sense of fulfillment. It's a classic example of the more you give, the more you receive. The joy of generosity, as we've seen, is a beautiful cycle. It's a cycle that starts with the simple act of giving, leads to enhanced health and wealth, and culminates in happiness and fulfillment. It's a cycle that reinforces itself, encouraging us to give more and more. So, the next time you find an opportunity to be generous, seize it. It might just be the best investment you can make for your health, wealth, and happiness. After all, the joy of generosity is a gift that keeps on giving, to others and to ourselves. It's a gift that can truly change the world, one act of generosity at a time. Thank you for watching this video. We appreciate your time and attention. If you found this video helpful, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated.